I just spent over $10,000 on one of the coolest collections of gold and silver I've seen in a very long time, including every single silver eagle you see in this box right here. And I mean the proofs in all of them. In fact, nothing in this box is a duplicate. It starts here with a 1986 first year proof. We have some of the collector sets in here, and it goes all the way up through 2015 right here. We also have the uncirculateds, including the 96. And if we look in here, we can even see we have the 2012 two-piece set. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Guys, there was so much stuff in this collection. It was so huge that unfortunately I could not even keep it all. But I did want to record it before I got rid of it so I could show it to you and you could see the awesome stuff in this collection. All right, since we already teased this box, we'll start right here. And we'll start on this side. Every one of these is just your regular Business Strike Silver Eagles, but they're all different dates. And by the way, as I already said, there is not a single coin in this box that is a duplicate. Every one of these is different. So if you look at this one, we have our 1986. This is your first year Silver Eagle. And then if we move forward about 10 coins, I think it should be right here, you can see we have our 1996, which is our key date for Business Strikes. You can see we do have a little bit of tone right there, but not too bad. Again, this box goes all the way through 2015 on this side. But it's right here. This is where the exciting part is, because every coin is different. That means we have the proofs, we have the W's, we have the reverse proofs and all. So we'll start with this. You can see we have our first year, our 1986 proof, and then we have also our 1987 proof. And we won't look at every one of these, but if we go, I think right here, this is your key date proof Silver Eagle, your 1994. Now we don't have, unfortunately, the 95W. That one is not in the collection, but we do have the 95P right there. We have another one right here in 1996. But as we move farther in the collection, you will see, we will start to see after the proofs when we start getting into the W mint. So we got more proofs here. And then in 2006, we actually start off with our W mints, except for this is actually part of the three-piece set. So if we pull these three out, we have the 06 three-piece set. It looks like he originally paid $300 for this when he bought it. But you see we have the proof, we have the first ever Silver Eagle reverse proof, and we have the uncirculated from that set as well. Now we don't actually have the 2006 W in here, and that's because it's in this box. So the 06 W, if you notice, these are all missing the boxes. That is one bad thing about this collection, is that he threw away most of the boxes. But he did keep the box for the 06 W, and there's a reason for it. So 07 and beyond, inside of the box was like an insert where the coin goes. But in 06, I guess, I don't know why, but I think it was because they rushed these to get these out. They just put the COA and a little pouch inside of the box. And then, of course, we have our 2006 burnished W mint right there that goes inside of the pouch. So that is really, really cool. But moving forward, you can see we have our 07 W. We have our 07 proof, or is this the 08? Our 08 proof and our 08 W. Now, believe it or not, you don't see the 08 reverse of 07 in here, but he has that one also. It doesn't fit in the box though, because it is certified. So we have our 08 reverse of 07 W. And the difference is, in fact, we can actually take a look. So if we take, is this our 08? So we'll see, yeah, our 08. So look at the reverse of the 08. Look at the U in the United States. You see how that U has a serif on it? So this is a 2008 W, and then the U has the serif. Look at the 07. Look at the U. No serif on the U. So this is the 08 with the reverse of the 2007. So they reused the reverse of the 2007 Silver Eagle, W Silver Eagle, for the 2008s on some of the strikes, and that's why you have two different varieties. This coin right here is worth on its own between $300 and $400 because of that variety on the reverse. But let's put that back and we can keep moving forward, because you're probably wondering if the 2011 set is in here. And you can see we do have our 2011 proof, but no 2011 set. There's your 2011 W, and then it moves on to the 2012. And that's because, like our 08 reverse of 07, we have the entire set certified 2011 in the original box, like the 06 W. So if we open this up and take a look, we'll slide the slip cover off, lift the top off, and you can see we have this beautiful clamshell right here. They did a really good job on this 2011 set. And if we open this up, there we go. So we have the regular Business Strike. And if you'll notice, these are all 70s. So the regular Business Strike, or I'm sorry, this is the 2011S. My bad, the Business Strike is on the other end. So let's slide these around. We have the regular Business Strike right here. We have the 2011 S, so you have your S mint. This is a key date. You have your 2011 W burnished. You have your proof, and you have your reverse proof. So these two coins right here, the 2011 S and the 2011 reverse proof, were only available in this set. The other three coins you could get elsewhere. The business strike you could get out of a roll. The 2011 W we just showed you in the box, you could get it on its own, as well as the 2011 proof. But the S and the reverse proof only came in the set, and they only made 100,000 of these sets. So there's only 100,000 of both of these coins. And again, these are both certified as 70. And you can see they have not toned or discolored at all. They are absolutely stunning. A beautiful set. So we have that set in this collection as well. And another surprise I want to share with you about this collection is if we go backwards just a little bit to our 2006 three-piece set. So that one right here. This is the first ever reverse proof, like I said, also only available on this set. He actually had this set also certified. Now this set right here is only a 69 set, not a 70, but you can see we have the 2006 P reverse proof. We have the 2006 W burnished and the 2006 W proof right there. So we actually have two of the 2006 sets, only one of the 2011 though. All right, so that was just the portion with the Silver Eagles. There's a lot more cool stuff in here, including the gold that I hinted at earlier that I haven't even shown you yet. So make sure you stick with us, but really quick, today's video is sponsored. So we're gonna run that clip really quick and then we'll be right back with the rest of the video. Today's video is proudly sponsored by Axcap Ventures. Gold has been in a powerful long-term bull market. Since 2001, the spot price has risen from $255 per ounce to more than 10 times that, hitting over 180 new all-time highs in the past 25 years. But the same cannot be said for the gold mining sector. From 2010 through 2025, exploration budgets have either stagnated or declined. Only 29 new gold deposits have been discovered globally since 2010, and none of those were major discoveries, and global gold production is now projected to fall by 17% by 2030. This has created a clear supply problem. Existing mines are running out faster than new reserves are being found. The industry has not kept up and the underinvestment is starting to show. Axcap Ventures, ticker symbol GARLF in the United States and AXCP in Canada, was created to seize on this opportunity. The company holds around 5.57 million ounces of measured and indicated gold equivalent resources with an additional 420,000 ounces inferred. Their flagship asset is the Converse project located in Nevada's Battle Mountain Trend. That region produces 75% of all gold mined in the United States. In March of 2025, the company launched a drill program to advance the project. Management has also shown strong confidence. In the first quarter of 2025, insiders purchased $1.2 million worth of shares. One of the co-founders, Mario Vetro, personally bought 240,000 shares in the final week of April alone, and another co-founder, Tyron Breitenbach, purchased 50,000 shares as well. Axcap Ventures currently trades at about $5 per ounce in the ground. Comparable companies are valued at around $49 per ounce. The company is also well funded with around $10 million in cash, and its goal is to drill and unlock value through project advancement and potential re-rating. Start your research today on Axcap Ventures. Again, the ticker symbol is GARLF. And as always, you should know this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. Mining stocks are highly speculative, and you could lose some or all of your investment. Always do your own research and speak with a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions. Now we're going to take a look in these two boxes here, and let's slide the lid off. You might think that we are actually looking at more Silver Eagles, but we're not. Let me tilt this box so you can see what's going on here. Look at this, 83, 84, 86, 789, 90, 91. What we're actually looking at here is all of your modern commemorative silver dollars. Now, unfortunately, like the Proof Eagles, he took all of them out of the box except for a few, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. But if we just take a look at this one right here, so here's your Korean commemorative from 1991. And if we go up to like 95 and 96, there were so many because of the Olympics. So a lot of Olympic coins in here, the Paralympics in 95 and 96, we have the Olympic set as well. Look at that, very, very cool. These are awesome. It's really cool to see these. I wish, you know, they all had the original box and paperwork, but that doesn't take away from how cool it is to have all of these. And he actually continued them just like the Silver Eagles all the way through 2015. So if we open up this box, you'll see it continues 09 through 15. And it's basically a complete set of your proofs, your onks, of your commemorative silver dollars. Now, not everything's in here. You'll notice there's none of the gold in here and no half dollars. Now, the half dollars are actually in this box. So look at this. We'll rotate it this way and tilt it again, and you can see we have our commemoratives going all the way back to 1986. Then we got 1989, 91, so on and so forth. So you have your half dollars here as well. Now there were just a couple that were actually silver, and if we kind of look at the edges here, we can see which ones they were. If you look right here, you can see that this one right here is actually a 90% silver half dollar, 1983 James Madison. Right there. Very cool. So we have all of those common, maybe not all common, but all of those commemoratives right there. But like I said, not everything was in the box. So for example, we have the 2019 Apollo 11 50th anniversary, and you'll notice this is a very big box, and that's because it's a very big coin. Look at that. We have the Apollo 5-ounce silver right there with the footprint on the moon. That is really, really cool. Big capsule for that thing. Look at it in the reverse. You'll notice it's like a concave coin, and it's 5 ounces of silver. Pure silver as well. 2019 is when they started making them out of pure silver. We have the COA right here, and you can look on the reverse of the COA composition. 99.9% silver, 3 inches in diameter, 5 troy ounces of pure silver. That is awesome. But we also have the 2014 Baseball Hall of Fame commemorative coin, except for, if you'll notice, this is gold writing in gold text and a gold emblem, and that's because we actually do, in fact, have the baseball gold. So we'll open this up, and you'll see there it is. That is a concave coin as well, like a catcher's mitt. United States of America $5 gold coin as well. That is a really, really cool $5 gold, especially if you're a big baseball fan. If you look at the COA, you'll see it's 90% gold, 10% alloy, and there is 50,000 of these made across all options, so proof, uncirculated, so on and so forth. Very cool. So 0.24187 ounces of pure gold in that coin. If you were to refine it down and take out the 10% copper, that is awesome as well. So, like I said, not every commemorative is sitting here, but this is definitely some really cool stuff. And believe it or not, we're not even done with the commemoratives, because I also have this 50th anniversary Kennedy half-dollar silver coin collection. Now, this one came out for the 50th anniversary, obviously, of the Kennedy half, and it has the proof, the reverse proof, the enhanced uncirculated, and the regular uncirculated Kennedy. So if we open the set, you can see very clearly that's a reverse proof, your regular proof, your enhanced uncirculated, and then your regular uncirculated right there. Very cool looking coins and a very cool looking set, but that's not even the best thing, because we also have this 1996 Olympic set, all 16 coins, and you can see it's in this beautiful wood box. If we open up the wood box, you have the COA. This is the U.S. Olympic coins of Atlanta Centennial Olympic Games, 16 coin proof set. And look at that. We have 2 trays here. We have the 2 golds. We have 4 of the silver dollars and 2 of the half dollars. And then below it, we have another tray with your silver dollars, your gold, and your half dollars as well as a handling of the wood box, certificate, so on and so forth. So we have 4 more of the $5 gold coins in this set, which, again, it's a very, very beautiful set. And this box is incredible. You see, you got the keyhole right there to lock it up and everything. How beautiful is that? And then finally, before we get on to looking at the key gold coin of this collection, I want to show you what's in this box. And there are some really cool, really valuable early mint sets and proof sets in here. But we'll start by looking at this. So we have a 42 through 45S. This is a complete set of U.S. wartime nickels. It is in a Capital Plastics holder. And these things are gorgeous. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning how nice these coins are in that set. Even this toned 44 right here is beautiful. And then we'll get on to some of these proof sets and mint sets. We'll start off with some common stuff. So we have your 70s, a couple of 70s here, a couple of 69s. I mean, these are commons, you know, 65 special sets, another 65 special mint set. Here we have a 64 mint set. So very cool. We have a 62 mint set, but let me show you some of these early proof sets here. So we'll start with this one. We have a 1953 proof set. That is gorgeous. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous 53. 53 is a slightly better date. This set's worth about $200 just like this. Very gorgeous. And then inside of this box, oh, we have a key one right here. I remember what's in here. 1951 proof set. Look at that. Now, a 51 proof set in this condition is $500 all day, maybe more. You can see he paid $585 for it. And I really want to move this into a Capital Plastics holder before I take it to the show because this is gorgeous. Just so much value in that set. All right, we have a couple of special mint sets. These are no big deal. What do we have here? We have a 1954 proof set, another key date. I mean, this one right here is worth over $100 by itself in a Capital Plastics holder. And it's even the specific Capital Plastics holder for this year. All right, we have, this is a 52, so an even better date. This set right here is worth like $250. Also in a Capital Plastics holder. Absolutely gorgeous, just stunning stuff. All right, we have, now this is a year set, so a 1950 year set. So not necessarily a proof set, but the reason they did this is because in 1950, there was no mint set. They did not make a 1950 mint set. So that's why you have these year sets that people put together with uncirculated coins. So it's basically your own personally made mint set because the mint didn't make one that year. So very cool. All right, next up, what do we have here? I'm telling you, we have some cool stuff. Another 1953 mint set right there. So actually two 53 mint sets. Remember, we showed you one earlier. So two 53, I'm sorry, proof sets, not mint sets. Two 53 proof sets in this collection. And what do we got right here? All right, so this one is missing the $50. But you can see he was working on another one of those 1950 mint sets. Now it says proof set, but these are not proofs. So just a Capital Plastics holder to hold it. But you can see he was working on another 1950 set right there, since there is no 1950 mint set. All right, we have more of these. Here we go, 1952. This is another one, another $250 proof set right there. Absolutely gorgeous proof set. And then let's get down here. All right, this one is in a sleeve. That's got to be a good sign, right? Oh, baby, look at that. We have a 1942 proof set. Look at that. We have a 1942 proof walker right there as well. It doesn't have the best finish, but it is a proof. Yeah, it's definitely a proof. You can see it's a proof. Maybe not the best finish on this, but that is an early proof set. A 1942 6-coin proof set because it has all 6 coins. I mean, this is like an $800 set. I mean, you may not get quite that much just because the walker is a little cloudy, and maybe it's the holder. I don't think so. But either way, that's a beautiful set. I mean, the 6-coin 42, like I said, $800 set all day. We have a 1951. That's a $500 proof set right there. That's the second one. We have a 1950 proof set right there. That is a $650 proof set. Like I said, the value of this box is incredible. Next up, we have another 1950 proof set right there. So we have two 1950s. Gorgeous. All right, what's in here? It's in the sleeve. It's got to be something baller, right? Oh, yeah, look at that. That is a beautiful proof right there. A little bit of tone in the center. But again, this is a gorgeous set. 1941 proof set, $750, $800 all day. And this one is really nice. That is another proof Walking Liberty $50. How often do you see those? All right, let's get the rest of these out because I know that's the only two walkers. We have ourselves a 55. Now, we don't know if this was box or flat pack, but it's a 55 in the Capital Plastics. We have a 1957 proof set as well. That's a common one. We have a 1958, another common one. You can see I actually only paid $24 for that. And we have a 1954, a little bit better date, 54, worth over $100, although this one is toning quite a bit at the top. There's air getting in this Capital Plastics holder right there. But that is not it, because you may have noticed, looking in here, that we have these really thick packages over here. And I want to pull these out and kind of show you what's going on. We'll leave most of these in here because these are more common date proof sets. You got a 64. But these are the ones that you guys really are going to be interested in seeing. So let's take a look. We have a 1958 mint set, not proof set, but mint set. If you open it up, you see we have these two cardboard sleeves and the coins. If I could get this open, I don't want to damage the coins. It was opening on this side. Look at that. They are toning up. Wow, they are toning a lot. And that's because of these holders. So I don't know if you can get them restored or if you would even want to, or if you want to keep the original tone. We have a 1957 mint, 56 mint. Now we're getting down into the low ones. Keep in mind, 57 and 56 mint sets are all like these are like $300 sets. We have a 1955 mint set, also about a $300 set. You can see he paid $140 for it, but today it's worth about $300. But we're gonna go lower. We have a 1954 mint set. That one right there is a $300+ set. A 1953 mint set. Now we're talking real money. This is a $600 to $700 set. And look, you got all three of the sleeves in there for 57 or for 1953. We have a 1952, another over $700 set. We have a 1951. Look at that, probably $800 on that one. And then here is the real prize, a 1949 original mint set. Registered, you can see right here, it was originally shipped to somebody in Pennsylvania in 1949. Look at that. This was shipped January of 1950. So this was shipped to this gentleman January of 1950, 75 years ago. And if we take a look at this, look, it's got everything. It's got the slipcover on the inside. You have all three of your sets right there. Oh no. I gotta be very careful with these guys. So let's just be very gentle. I'm just gonna let those slide out and put them back on my own. You're watching this happen. I'm not gonna re-record this. We'll put these right back in there just like they were. I think they were that way. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. Maybe they were flipped upside down. I don't know. But look at that. I want to be really gentle. Oh, we have another $50 sliding out. Yeah, see, it's these. You got to be really careful with these so that they don't just come out. Fortunately, I am wearing gloves. Look at that. That is beautiful. How nice of a set is that? That is really cool. And if you're wondering, by the way, guess I should mention, if you're wondering why these two holes are empty, that's because they didn't actually make those quarters in 1949. Wow. All right, the last thing we get to look at today is this. And if you follow me over on Instagram at CoolStacks, you would have already seen a picture of this coin. But we have the 2013 American Buffalo 1 ounce reverse proof gold. So we'll go ahead and take this out of the box. Everything's here in the OGP. Open that up and take a look at that. Holy smokes. COA is down there as well, of course. And let's get the coin out and take a look at it up close. That is a beautiful 1 ounce $50 gold coin. Now this one is worth way more than gold value. And you know, you're not gonna be able to buy this for just bullion, but as a collectible piece, it is really, really cool. What do you guys think about that? All right, so if you're watching right now, that means you've seen the entire video, and that means that you probably realize that this collection cost quite a bit more than $10,000, and that also is unfortunately why I was unable to keep the majority of it, although I did keep some pieces from my own collection. So do me a favor and let me know what you thought about what we had in the video, and if you like videos about gold and silver, like I said earlier, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and subscribe before you go. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.